Welcome to the Love Experience Show. I am your host, Ashley J. I am a wife, mother, author, speaker. Um, what else am I? I am a relationship and dating coach. I am a couples counselor. I do couples therapy. And also, I am just truly excited and happy that you came to see me and watch my little show. Let me fix that phrasing. Watch my wonderfully huge show that is making impacts, okay, and making moves everywhere we touch, okay? So before we jump, hey Ida. Before we jump into this thing, y'all go ahead and show this um not show the episode. Well, yeah, show the episode, but share the episode with invite five people so they can watch it, and subscribe to the channel if you have not done so yet. Okay, the Love Experience Show. I'm really excited. I'm hyped that we got this thing happening tonight. And before I jump into the discussion, I want to explain to you the Love Experience Show. Explain it to you. So the Love Experience Show is my baby, and I am truly excited and blessed that God gave me this show. I was tasked with an assignment one day to come up with a product or a service to add on to my business. And I was like, I don't know, because I came up, I made my course. I don't know what else to put out there. And then God told me create a show. And I was like, huh, okay, I never thought about that. All right, cool. So I created the show, and he told me what to call it, the Love Experience Show. And I was like really nervous to present it, but truly excited because this show means so much to me. And I believe that this is a revolutionary show that has a lot of impact and has created a movement. And there is nothing better than the Love Experience Show. No matter how many times my inner critic will try to tell me, nobody likes your show, like your show is no good, and they could be watching people that's on getting paid to do this or whatever. Guess what? That thing could hush. It can shut all the way up. And the fact that I'm doing this, and I do not do like some people that I've seen do. I do not ask y'all to donate to the show. I do not make my guests pay to be on my show. I don't do any of that because I just truly love sharing my experiences and letting my guests come on and share their experiences um, with you. And that's all it is. Like, I will do this all day long if I could, but y'all only get an hour each week, okay? But I I do this because I love sharing stories. I love hearing stories. I love pouring out to people. Like, this is part of what I do, and it's fun to me. This is not work. It's really fun to me, and I truly enjoy this. So with all of that, I hope that gave you a little incentive to go ahead and share this with other people so they could come on and watch it with you. Okay? All right. But I thank y'all so much for still hanging in there with me. I know this is a little bit not like the show's history where I've been coming on and not having guests, but don't worry, because this is all part of the plan, and you will see some other faces soon. Okay? And I'm going to, spice it up a little bit and do some different stuff. So hang in there. Keep coming back every Thursday and supporting me in this show. All right. Okay. So today our topic is oh, y'all see that? That shows you that Restream has done something new. and you can use this QR code. It'll take you to my shop because I always tell y'all to go to the shop. You got no excuse now. Use the QR code and it should take you to the shop. If it doesn't, then y'all let me know. But use the QR code, and it go shop on It's Ashley J's merch. Okay. And also there is the link inside the chat. It also posted the link there. Okay. That's so exciting. That just really, really excited me because I just saw this for the first time when I was setting everything up for the show. And that really got me excited. And I'm loving to see how it's playing out in live time. Do me a favor. If you're watching, go ahead and scan the code. Let me know if this barcode is doing, this QR code is doing exactly what it's supposed to be doing right now and giving what it's need to be given. Let me know so that I know that it's a go and I can continue to post this during the show. But it's a little big, so I need to move it out of my face. So let me know if you got it, if you scanned it, and I'm gonna take this down. So tonight thank you, Kathy, I'm glad that I got a fan of the merch. Thank you. That just made me excited too. But tonight I'm doing kind of a follow-up of our last live show discussion, which was a man with a purpose. Now we're going to talk about the woman with a purpose because I did all that talking. I hope y'all heard the purpose within what I was saying. Okay, because your girl is a woman with vision and purpose. All right. So this is, like I said, this is the follow-up. And I'm really at first I was like, Lord, I don't know what, like, I don't know if I can talk about this. Like, I don't know. And he was like, are you serious? I'm the one that gave you this idea. He told me, I was like, okay, so what am I going to do to this next show on with this just being me? And he told me to do a follow-up. And I was like, I don't know. I don't know if I'm the best person to fit the bill. And he was like, you're the exact person that needs to fit the bill. So I said, all right, I'm gonna do it. You told me to do it, I'm gonna do it. So here we go. So recap of that last episode. Being with a man of purpose is a little different than being with someone who does not have purpose. They have direction, they have goals that they're going after, and they are incredibly focused on what it is that they have to do. And with that being said, I need you to understand that that does not just apply to a man with purpose. It also applies to women who have purpose. So this episode is for the guys, but it's okay, ladies. If you watch, you can keep me in line and make sure that I am identifying and representing us in the right way. Okay. All right. So first, a woman with purpose, a woman with vision. When you first meet her, you'll believe that she's going to be challenging. And the reason why you're going to believe she's challenging is because she is trying to figure you out and how you fit into her life and if connecting with you is going to be beneficial. That is what is happening. There's been so many times where I I have heard you look so mean, or you just, I don't know, you look this, you look that. So many times when I've heard that, and it's like, okay, but you don't understand, like, I need to make sure you are okay to be in my life. You're okay for me to spend time on. I have to make sure of that. And you being in my presence, sometimes, I might have a track record of not being picking the right people to be in my circle, picking the right people to be in my life. I may have a track record like that. So now that just means when you approach me, I have to be even more particular and more careful of allowing you into my space, because at this point I'm done playing games. And if you're about some foolishness, I need to be able to peep that out right away so that I do not waste any time on you. That is the thought process that is happening for a woman with purpose when she is approached by a man. We have to make sure that you are on the up and up. That's it. That's what we got to do. We got to make sure. Oh my gosh, who just scanned the QR code? I just got the alert that somebody scanned the QR code. Thank you. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm trying to get it together. I'm trying, but that was just really exciting. Okay, back to what I was saying. Focus. All right. So, it has to your presence has to be beneficial. It has to be. I need to make sure that I can get something from you being around me. I gotta be sure of that. So she is going to check you out before giving you any real play. I can recall when I was going through the process of dating, how once I got to a place where I was tired of the foolishness, then I was very strategic. I would laugh and joke with people, but all the while, I'm in the back of my mind, I'm like, oh, okay, I'm keeping a mental check note of, or a mental checklist of the things that you're saying. And making sure I read between the lines when there's certain jokes that's being given, when there are certain statements being made. I'm making sure I pay attention to how you treat, like maybe if we're out to dinner or something, I'm making sure I'm paying attention to how you treat the wait staff. I'm I'm thinking about all of this. Like all of that is happening. And even with friends, if I am in a position where I'm trying to meet new friends or whatever, and um I'm investigating people, I should say researching. I'm researching people. I'm checking out your pictures that you got on your social media. I'm checking out when we're together, what vibe do I get from you? If I'm seeing any underlying tendencies that I need to pay attention to, I'm watching all of that, because when you're a woman of purpose, you have to be careful who you give your energy to. You have to be careful who you allow to give you their energy, because we are all giving out energy and receiving energy, and everybody's energy is not on the up and up. Okay, some people's energy is going to drain you. So when I'm out, like if I'm in any one of these positions, that's what I'm doing. Like that's what I'm doing. I have to do that to take care of myself. Is this making sense? Also, not every man is equipped with being in a relationship with a purposeful woman. Okay. And a lot of times because of that, there's a lot of wounds that are being carried, and then a lot of unfortunately sometimes a little baggage that comes with it. And when that happens, is because we I'll say for myself, when that happened to me, that's because I allowed other people in when I should not have let them in. So that's going back to step one. Okay, allowing people into my circle who should not have been part of my circle. Okay, so that is what happens. That is unfortunately the byproduct of allowing that to happen. You are letting people in that should not be in there, and then all of a sudden, not all of a sudden, but then you get these wounds. there's broken hearts, there's war wounds and inside of us, and we got the scars to prove it. And sometimes, like if my husband was to tell you our story, sometimes the person that's supposed to be connected to you has a lot of work to do to get connected to you, because now you double down on step number one, triple down on step number one. Okay. So now they got a lot to peel back and a lot to get through, a lot to blow what, like a lot. They have a lot of work to do because we're even though you're a purposeful woman, you're human still. And you fall for the weaknesses of good looks and charm and the exterior of a person, and instead of paying attention to the signs that the person that you have let in is not somebody that you should be with. Okay. Who, me? Yep, me. Got my hand raised because that's what I did. So she's going to have some battle scars, and you have, as a man who is looking for a wife or whatever, you have to be I know it's hard to ignore the package. I know. That's why I fell victim to it. as a man, you have to be okay with that, and you have to recognize that. You have to recognize that okay, she has a little bit happening for her, so I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna chill out. I'm gonna take my time with getting to know her. I'm gonna take my time with getting into who she is, so that she knows I'm not here to harm her, and I really do have her best interest in mind. Okay, that I'm guys, I just dropped a gem for you. You have to this look, that was a free give. And if you did not hear anything else, I hope you heard that. Okay. Um so a lot, like I said, there's times when there's men that'll approach us and get in there, and they are not equipped. They don't have the right equipment. So that means that they end up getting beat up. I'll say that they end up getting beat up because they do not have the right equipment on how to deal with a woman who has purpose but also has battle scars. They get beat up by it, and then because they got beat up because they approached somebody they had no business approaching, um they make it hard for the next person. That's the way it is. That is from my experience. If I'm not talking good, y'all let me know. But yeah, I that is something that I've personally have experienced. And I don't know if you guys have experienced that, but that's what happens. You get beat up and you run away with your tail between your legs, and you don't know um you know what was happening. You don't know why she was acting like that. So like it's a lot that you don't realize, but know who you are. I feel like a lot of these things could be avoided if people understood who they are, and if people not just understood who they are but know who they are meant for. Because if you are not somebody who has your own purpose, if you are not somebody who um, cannot handle a strong willed woman, then maybe it's not best for you to be. Maybe it's not best for you to go after a woman who has strong will and purpose, because that's just going to make you miserable, and it's going to possibly make her miserable because now she allowed somebody in her world that was not equipped to be in there. And it could go on for years if you allow it, or it could be something that You chop off right at the beginning, but you gotta you gotta realize it. Okay. Um, Again, I posted the QR code in a little bit of a different spot. If you want to scan it and head over to my merch, my store, you can do so now. I saw one person scanned the code. Did it? I just let me know. Did it take you to the store? That's all I want. I don't know which one of y'all did it, but let me know if it took you to the store. Okay. So let's see. The next thing is she believes she can accomplish everything that comes her way. Okay. So anything that life throws at her, or any idea that pops up in her mind, or she hears somebody with the idea, whatever the case may be, she always figures a way out on how to do it. Always. And here we go. I'm gonna tell them myself. So there was a time when I did not know, I was not walking in my purpose and was not clear about my purpose, or I was trying to make myself not clear about my purpose. That's a whole different show. But there was a time where I was right there, right? And with that time there came a lot of different ideas. Ashley was good at a whole lot of stuff, okay? Nothing could stop me from trying something to say, oh, I got it. I can do that. I can do this. I was good at a whole lot of stuff. So that's why Ashley has interior design certification, uh event and wedding planning certification. What else do I have? Makeup artistry certification. Like the list can go on, and it's still being added to, by the way. So Ashley does not really shy away too much from certain things, as far as long as it's in her lane. And there's nothing that you could say to me at the time when I'm going after this stuff. There's nothing you could say to me that I can't do it. There was no way you could tell me that, because I know in my mind, oh, it came to me for a reason, and I can do this, and I'm going to do this. That's why I have two businesses. Each one of them, both of my businesses do completely different things. So, and the list is still being added to, as I said before, like I'm still adding on, because there's still a bunch of things that has been dropped inside of me that I know I'm going to have to get out. And I am now going to start, getting my, oh, I'm frozen. Am I good? Can y'all hear me? Can y'all see me? Am I moving? Y'all let me know before I keep talking. Okay. All right, great. So there at like there's so many things that's coming out and coming for me that I'm still working towards. Like my website, I'm getting ready to get my website up for my other business. I have not gotten it up yet, but I'm gonna be getting my website up. And then thinking of ways to expand on these ideas. I Do I want to share this? At one time, I had, for my event and wedding planning this business, I was like, oh, you know what? I can get a event hall and make it an all inclusive thing. And I got different people in my family that's good at different stuff. And maybe we can make this a family business. Everybody chip into it, and everybody does what they're good at in this business. And this would be a way for us to create generational wealth and for everybody to get a piece of the pie. That was a thought that I had. Okay. Um, I don't know if that's so much of a thought right now, but it was something that came across my mind because I thought about it, saw what I was given, and expanded on it. So there's not too many things that anybody else could tell me I can't do, but there were things that I was able to tell me that I can't do. That's the caveat. Y'all may not be able to say, Ashley, that's not a good idea, and Ashley listens to you, but Ashley could say to Ashley, girl, no, don't do it. And I stopped dead in my tracks. Okay. But that's just to give you an idea of what that last statement meant, that there is nothing that can come across a purposeful woman's mind and or drop in her spirit that she cannot accomplish. There is nothing, absolutely nothing that you can't do. There's nothing. And that's just the way we are wired. Now, again, there will be, moments of self-doubt and moments of a lot of negative stuff that'll come up for you. But are you going to let those moments stop you from living out what was placed in your heart? I hope the answer is no, because obviously there's a reason why this stuff was given to you. There's a reason why God gave you these different ideas. There's reasons for that. So, um live it out. But I will say, ask him what the timing is for you to live that out, because as I am continuing to learn, and as my mother has always told me, just because you got it don't mean you need to do it right now. Okay, so ask him what the time frame for this is and when do you need to start moving on it, and keep checking in on it. Matter of fact, keep a list of ideas that the Father gives you to uh live out. Keep a list, and on that list you ask him, okay, when am I supposed to start this event planning company? When am I supposed to get a event space? When am I supposed to do that? Like, you have to run it down and ask him so that you know where you are in the process and how fast or how slow you need to go with getting things started. Okay. All right. So what else? So for gentlemen, for you to I need you to understand this, that a purposeful woman needs someone that's going to match her drive, because she'll need to draw from your energy from time to time. Like, she gonna need it. I know that there's times that I need to draw from Tariq. I need to get motivation from him, because those times of self-doubt can hit you hard. And because of that, they're hitting you hard, so you might come to a standstill. And you're going to need to be that person, guys, that can say, oh wait, what's going on? Why aren't you doing this? I haven't seen you doing this in a while. What's going on? You and give the encouragement, because just like you gonna need her to help you out, she gonna need you to help her out. There's many times where I have to ask, I need to get my husband to uplift me. And there's sometimes when I just come out and say to him, look, I'm feeling this way because of, feeling this way about doing this. I need you to help me. And he'll, okay, what's up? And I let him know, I don't think I can do X. And he will say, that's ridiculous. You definitely can. And you have it in you to do it. That is him giving me some of his drive. because he has drive, just like I can give him some of my drive. He has drive that I need. So sometimes, I'm like, I need you to back off a little bit. Sometimes I need you to push in a little more. So she needs to be able to match your drive, okay? Um so a woman of purpose. A woman of purpose is someone who is confident. She is someone who is cool under pressure, but she also understands what needs to be done for things to happen. She is often the CEO of her own company. She is often the one that you're going to see trying different things. She is going to be that one that is at times running around like a chicken with his head cut off. She is someone who can be graceful and someone who can be like a bulldog. She is someone who is not going to take no for an answer, someone who is not swayed very easily by others in her decisions. She is someone who is meticulous with what she's doing and how she's doing it and who she allows to help her with it. She is someone who is going to say, if she can't find anybody to help her, she's going to be the one to say, you know what, forget it, I'll do it myself. She is the one that is going to push others in her own way. She's going to push others to try out what it is that they want to try out for their own lives. And she's going to support that person however she can. She is the one that is going to figure out 100 different ways to answer one problem, to solve one problem. And if she cannot figure it out, she will put the pride down and ask somebody else if they have any experience with doing whatever it is that needs to be done. Sometimes she ends up being the one that will put her stuff to the side to help other people succeed, to help the greater good sometimes. And then she'll pick it up and say, okay, this is not going to be put down ever again. I helped you. It's my turn. And she is the one that's going to make everybody's day, everybody's life better however she can. Does she sound familiar to y'all? Can you recognize the purposeful woman? If you look in the mirror and you're listening to me right now, you know who she is. She's a go-getter. She's a self-starter. She's all of these things. Let me tell you, when I first started my business, I didn't know anybody that blogged. Honestly, I didn't even think blogging was still in existence until I started to research the stuff myself, and I started to do it myself and started finding all these different people who had blogs, and I was like, "Oh wow, this is still a thing." Cuz in my mind, because I didn't think it was a thing, I was like, "Well, that's okay. I'm going to start this blog anyway, and people going to be interested in my blog, and they're going to want to read what I have to say. And I'm going to be just like Sarah Jessica Parker or Carrie from Sex and the City. She had a blog, did it for a few years, got discovered, and people wanted to put her blog stories into a book. And I was like, That's just what it's gonna be. All right, let's go. And that was the attitude that I had until I found out, well, wait a minute, there are a lot of people who are still blogging. And I people whose websites I came across, I didn't even know they were bloggers. So I I did that. And I say that not in a boastful way, but that was how I approached this whole thing. And from that approach, I little by little was transforming my blog. Because before, I don't know if y'all caught it, but in the very beginning of my blog, I blogged about travel, I blogged about fashion, I blogged about beauty, I blogged about parenthood and relationships. I blogged about all of those. And it started to transition and transform to now just being solely about relationships. And I was okay. I was okay with that because I was following God in his direction because he was the one telling me, listen, start writing about this, write about that. And I was like, okay, all right, no problem. Can I go look at some examples so that I know what other people what their similar blogs look like? Go ahead. All right, did that. And I was like, okay, I think I could do this. All right, so this is how I'm gonna write this story. I did that. And it's actually making me really proud that I started out like that and had people telling me when I would join in on these challenges and stuff like that, people were telling me, "Oh, well, you write about too many things. You need to settle on one thing." No, and I would get an attitude. I would be so mad at them because to me, you're doubting what my God told me to do. That's not what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna change it when He wants me to change it. And that's what I did. But I continued, that was something that I continued to do. I continued to write about different things. And I know I've said this, I think I said this before on this show, but I am going to start blogging again. I just got to nail down some time and rearrange my schedule. But I am going to start blogging again. And even my YouTube channel, it's Ashley J's. Even there are different playlists that I created to match the blog because I was making videos of different things and reviewing stuff. I was doing all of that. And it was fun. And I might make a couple more videos for different playlists. But what I'm saying is I can identify with the purposeful woman because yes, I am a purposeful woman, but also because um I am continuing to learn who I am as far as being the purposeful woman because I feel like I only scratched the surface. There's still more to learn. There's still more to do. So y'all let me know, how does that sound? I need to take a sip. But how can y'all tell me, can you identify with her? Also, the purposeful woman, she is going, when she lets you into her space, she is going to love you no matter what. You might get told off a few times, but she is going to love you no matter what because that is who she is. You know, a lot of times she can be written off as somebody who has an attitude problem or whatever because she's about her business and she's not playing no games with anybody. But if you're able to stick around and really penetrate through the wall that is put up by her, you will experience a friend like no other friend, and you're going to experience love like no other love. Like that's what you're going to experience with her, because that's who she is. She desires to have people in her life that can hang in there with her. She desires that. That is what she wants the most. So because she desires that, when she gets it, she holds on tight. Y'all hear what I'm telling you? She holds on tight to whoever it is that's able to hang in there and stick with her. She holds on tight to that person, and she will show you unconditional love, unconditional support. So I hope that you can look in the mirror and see her, because if she's looking back at you, then guess what? You are the purposeful woman. You are the woman with a purpose. Okay. Everybody has some type of purpose, but you got to recognize your purpose and not be afraid to walk within your purpose. You have to be okay with it. You have to be okay with being bold, and you have to be okay with being an individual, because she's not going to fall in line with everybody else. So you got to be okay with that. It can get lonely sometimes, but you got to be okay with that and trust God that He's going to send people that's going to um, help support you and fill whatever area that you feel by yourself in. You gotta be okay with it. And you have to love yourself no matter what. A lot of times we get so caught up in what the purpose is and how we need to how we're supposed to present ourselves, and how we need to look, and how we need to behave, and how we just all of the stuff that is seen by others. So, and then we neglect the true person that's underneath all of that. We can neglect her. So you got to love her no matter what. You have to. Because if she don't have your back, ain't nobody else going to have your back. Okay? You got to take care of you. You have to have your back. You have to love yourself. And with you doing that, you show people how to treat you and respect you and love you. Is this making sense, y'all? How is this? So, with the purposeful woman, she is extra careful with who she unites to or unites with, because not only are your purposes being joined, but your roles have to fit in as well. So your roles, a lot of people get stuck on this gender roles, okay? And with the gender roles, that's all good if that's how you run your household. My household is kind of ran like that a little bit. But with a purpose, a woman with purpose, a woman with vision, she needs somebody that can be flexible. So if a man is approaching a purposeful woman, you have to be okay with sometimes playing the support role. And sometimes she's supporting you. You got to be okay with that. And whatever support that needs to be, whatever that support looks like, you have to be okay with doing filling that role. So let's say I'm traveling all over the world. Okay. I'm traveling all over the world, speaking and encouraging people and whatever else God wants me to do. I'm traveling the world and I'm doing it. And but y'all, I got a baby. Well, he's not a baby. I got a child. Okay. And I'm leaving the home. I'm the one that's, mostly taking care of him. That's my son. I'm taking care of him, and I have to go. I gotta go to wherever people are calling me from. I gotta go. I gotta go do that. So, what would be the best thing is my husband become flexible. So he's flexible and he fills in while I'm not here. That is what I mean by she needs somebody who's going to be flexible, somebody who is going to fit in the role that she needs him to play. If you're strictly about gender roles in relationship, gender roles in marriage, then all right, I'm gonna just give it to you raw. Your purpose is going to take a back burner, and you're going to neglect what it is that you are supposed to be doing with your life because you are stuck in a gender role. You got to be okay. You got to be fluid with how you move. You got to move like water, like um Bruce Lee says. So that's how you got to go with the flow. You got to be able to say, okay, I can do this time, but next week I need you to fill in so that I can go here. Like you got to talk about it, and that's something that has to be discussed in the very beginning. And even if you're in a situation like I was, where my purpose was realized later on, there's conversations that have to be had, and there has to be clear understanding of what has to happen for you. Is that making sense? Y'all talk to me and let me know. And here's the other thing: a man who has purpose can marry a woman who has purpose. And the reason why I made that statement is because sometimes we don't think that a headstrong woman is good for marriage. That's not true, because she knows how to move and how to um move within her relationship. She knows how to do that. And because of that, she is going to be how she needs to be. Okay? And along with having a partner that is okay with moving how she needs him to move as well. Two headstrong, two type A people can be in a marriage, but the key for that marriage is going to be each person um knowing when they need to fall back a little bit. And when I say fall back, you take it down a notch, and knowing it's your time to push the gas. Everybody needs to know and understand the in and outs of their relationship for that marriage to work. I am a headstrong person. Have been all my life. Sometimes to a fault. And my husband is very headstrong. But we both know when it's time for us to relax at different times, to let the other person be the person that needs to go forth. Okay? So, I am about to go and look at your comments. And if you have any comments or questions, go ahead and drop them in the chat. And I am going to read them. Y'all make sure you share this with people that you know that could use this episode. Okay, this is for, you can send it to another woman, maybe it'll empower her, or you can send it to a guy so he knows his role with the purpose woman. Okay, all right. So, hello to everybody that's watching. I appreciate y'all. If you have not subscribed to the channel yet, go ahead and hit the subscribe button so that you can be up to date on when the show um drops, a new episode drops. Okay. Now, I'm going to read your comments. So, I'm going to start from the bottom. So Kathy says, can my traditional gender role ever be my purpose, at least for a few years? Yes, it can be. If that is what you feel like your purpose has to be, yes. Um, I'll say this. Even I want to say I could be wrong, but this is my opinion. When children are born, and that's when a mother is needed the most, when a child is born. Not everybody has the luxury to be there for their child when they're first born. Stay home with them. That's what I'm trying to say. But yes, your purpose is or can be that you're falling into the traditional role. Because I'll say for myself, first few years of my son's life, it was him and his mommy. My husband, he falls in when he can. He was busy with work, but for the most part, it was me and him, and until my mom came and helped. But it was he and I. We it was I was the one. I had to fall into that role. I started my blogging journey after he turned 1, but after that, um I started to when I started to kind of hone in on what I was doing, that was like a couple years later. And I was able to, I'm now at the place where I can start to really consistently do what I need to do. But before that, it was really for him. I was there for him, if that makes sense. I was there for him. And he grew up seeing mommy, do lives and seeing mommy make videos and stuff like that. And he knows when mommy puts her makeup on that she, as he says it, she is Ashley J. But he also knows that, mommy is there and I can be with my mommy, and she's gonna be there for me. So that is I was feeling my gender role at that time, and I still am. But there is a time coming very soon where my gender role will be changing. And I will be out the house way, way more. And he won't see me as much. So yes, Kathy, I hope I answered your question. It is okay to find your purpose later in life. I think so. And here's one thing I want to say. If you are stuck with trying to figure out what your purpose is, there 9 times out of 10, your purpose has always been there. You just never gave it the attention that it needed to really be fulfilled. I knew where my purpose was the whole time, but because I wanted to run away from my purpose, I did not pay it any attention. I was like, "Oh, well, that's not my purpose. Helping people in relationships, that's not it." Even though that was what I did throughout my life at different points. That's not it. I'm not supposed to be doing that. Let me try to be a project manager. So yes, you can find your purpose later in life. Let's see. Anybody else have any questions? What did y'all catch the QR code? Did y'all catch it? What did you think about it? Did you try it out? Let me know. So I know if I need to put it on there again or not. Here, I'll put it up one more time. Okay. Um let's see. Yay, thank you whoever scanned the QR code. Y'all tell me how it works. I admire the purposeful woman too. I really do. Okay, cool. Yay. Y'all like it? Let's talk about that. Do y'all like the QR code popping up? Yes or no? If you do, I'll keep using it. Anybody have any other questions for me? I didn't think I was going to talk this long, but I guess I'm used to talking. So, did you enjoy tonight's topic? Was it a good conversation? And y'all tell me, is there anything in particular that you would like me to talk about next week? Drop that in the chat for me before we end. Is there anything in particular that you would like me to cover? Any questions or comments? And what else? Questions, comments, concerns, anything y'all want to say. It was much needed. I'm glad. Thank you, Kathy. And I really didn't know how this was going to go. This conversation was going to go. I just know he told me to do the a woman with a purpose topic. He was like, you cannot forget about her. She needs to be known too. I said, okay, Lord. Okay. Y'all not saying anything else. Don't forget to like this episode, subscribe to the channel, and share it with people that you know, everybody you know. Share this channel with everybody you know. And if you have any topics that you would like for me to cover, go ahead and either you can drop it in the comments or you can DM me. Oh, okay. I can do that. Let me write that down. We can talk about that. That'll be fun. That'll be a fun conversation. Anybody else have anything? Okay. All right. I love y'all. Thank you so much for again hanging in there with me. And Kathy, are you saying seeing as in like exclusively being with one person? Tell me what you mean by seeing so I can make sure I'm on the right track. I appreciate y'all. Thank you for hanging out with me tonight. Y'all gave me good company. Good company. Okay. All right, y'all. I got it. I appreciate you. And come back next week with a new topic. Um, and maybe a new guest. I'm gonna see how I'm gonna work on it. But I appreciate you all. And if you would like to be a guest on the Love Experience show, all you have to do is email me. You can DM me. Find me on all social media at it's Ashley JW. And yeah, let me know. Okay. I have availability and y'all can let me know if you want to be on the show. All stories are welcome, whether you're married, dating, single, um, an individual of a relationship, whatever. All stories are welcome. All right, y'all. I appreciate y'all. Thank you guys for watching. And I will chat with you later. And there is only one thing left to say. That is, what is your love experience? Until we chat again, guys. Bye.